Hello everyone, this is Wicked Fox, and today we are going to do some Crucible, and I'm going to tell you what to do and what not to do, and give you an insight of what I'm doing so you can use it in your arsenal. Notice I came around this corner because there were too many people on the other side, and I don't want to be bumping into them. I want to be able to have a free lane to see and not have to be running into my teammates. So you can see that the grenade hit me. Best thing for me to do is back off. Don't continue in there. Don't continue with the fight over there because you're already half life. Now, if you see the radar here, there was only showing one person. That's the reason why I came more aggressive with my shotgun and I went in there because I noticed there was only one person in there. And usually in an area like that, they usually come in that way because they are flanking and they're trying to catch you when you're scoped in and you're shooting at somebody else and you're an easy target because you're not shooting back at them. That's why I went more in that direction because it's not a heavy traffic area, if that makes any sense. So what you're doing is you're going to be watching your radar here. You see that someone was over there, and all I did is help team shot that area because it's going to be really easy. Usually one person's coming that way, and you can kind of take them out real quick with your teammates. Anytime you see something like that where it's not a high traffic area, usually it's going to be a one-on-one. But if you know how to read your radar, like for instance, see how I am not scoped in forever. I'm not just scoped in the whole entire time because then I wouldn't be able to see the radar, and then that would allow somebody to come from behind and actually shoot me, and I wouldn't even know. So that's why unscoping allows you to know if somebody's going to be flanking at you. Don't keep scoped in for way too long. You got to give yourself, like if you're scoped in more than like 3 seconds, I mean you're you're taking a chance with dying. Now the reason why I came back here is see how all the blueberries, we call them blueberries because the little dots on the top left corner, it shows they're all over on this side. Well, what happens when you're all pinched in? They're gonna be aggressively coming in. And what it did is it allowed me to have some kind of security of like a wall to protect myself. And they got to go through them before they can get me. And if they want to go and try to get me, then they're going to be shot in the back through them. So I'm just playing it smart. It's like a chess game, You're trying to be in front and in back of them because they can only shoot one direction. So what I'm doing is I'm not allowing them to get behind me. So coming down this aisle, somebody was looking over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to help him out, because we're going to help a teammate, and I haven't spotted him yet, but I'm going to help him look. I got hit. I didn't even see a muzzle flash, and the best thing for me to do is just back away because there's no need for me to keep getting shot, and I don't know where it's coming from. Now, because I was unscoped in, I could see that the radar, somebody was over here. And same thing with the second guy. Now you can see I'm making myself as skinny as possible because he's using that peak shotting advantage where he shoots, goes in, shoots, goes in. So I just made myself as small as possible. Would have been better off if he came down at the exact same time the other guy did. And it would have been 2 guns making me flinch instead of just 1. Now this is a bad thing for anyone to do. I came in because I saw him really low and I was just being aggressive and I shouldn't have because I have a pulse rifle and of course I have a shotgun, but the shotgun, I'm not trying to do a video on my shotgun. I'm trying to do more on the pulse rifle. And you want to be more at a distance because you do most of your damage at a longer distance. If you're at a closer distance, you're not going to do as much damage. So keep that in mind depending on the weapon that you use. This weapon is pretty good. I would have to say, it's a pulse rifle you get from Gambit. It is good. But there are guns that are going to be better than it. And as I got heavy, I'm not worried about the one-on-ones because the way Destiny makes it is the heavies are so darn strong. I mean, I can take 2 or 3 of them out at a time. So here's 1. There's 2. It's just the damage is just so strong. And the reason why we use machine guns right now is because I can get 1 kill, 2 kills, 3, 4. And if I use the rocket launcher, I wouldn't be able to only get 1 kill because it gives me 1 rocket. That's it. It's a one and done. And if there's only one person there, guess what? You only kill one person. Well, if I use a machine gun, I kill multiple people, and that's going to be better for us. So I hope that makes any sense. Now, you can see down here, I'm always near cover. There's someone down there. I'm going to help team shot. I'm near cover. I can get in and out. So if you're getting gunned down and you're losing your fights on a one-on-one fight, it's because you haven't learned the fact that you got to use cover. If you get too low in life and you're losing the fight because you notice that they're doing more damage to you than you are to them, then you need to move left or right to get yourself into an area where you're not going to be shot at, and you can kind of protect yourself. So I see that radar was over here, and the best thing I can do is regroup myself at a longer distance because I am using a pulse rifle, and I'm going to use the cover so I can back into cover all over here. He came in aggressively. He can only shoot at one person. He could either turn his aggressive towards me and shoot me, and then the guy would have shot him in the back, or he can continue on with the guy he was trying to be aggressive with and shoot him, and then I'm going to shoot him in the back. So he got pinched from front and back. There's not much he can do. He put himself in that situation. He didn't read the radar, and the radar would have pinged multiple people in that area, especially when I was shooting at him too. He could see my muzzle flash. Now on this part, I could hear the super. You could hear the cue of the super coming in, and what I did is I backed away. There's no need for me to be there and getting hit with the super. So you back away and then regroup yourself. Now this super used to be a lot stronger back in the day. As you can see, I got pinched in there with someone behind me and in front of me, and it only took 2 weapons to kill me. Back in the day, wouldn't have been a problem, but this super is not as good anymore. It's good, but it's not as good. When you're making your approaches down here, try to follow somebody. Try not to go alone. The reason why some people you'll see in matches, like when you do trials and they're moving alone, is because they are a really good player. If you're not somebody who can take 2 people on at a time, you shouldn't be going by yourself. So keep that in mind. Until you get good enough to where you can take multiple people out, you shouldn't be going by yourself. You should always go as a team and back somebody up. So like in this situation, how I shot this guy and then he dipped into cover. Well, the best thing for me to do is not go chase after him, because he could have, used an ability to take me out. Like for instance, you can see right there is a smoke bomb. Well, I would have been trapped into that smoke bomb because I lost sight of him, and I wouldn't have known that he put that there, and I would have been stuck there, and I would have moved too slow to be able to kill him, and he would have killed me. So you have to pick and choose. Is that the right move? Being aggressive is good, but when you have the upper hand, and in that situation, I didn't feel I had the upper hand because I'm going in an open area where it's the highest traffic area there is. This guy came in, and what I saw is he had a blink. So if you notice, if you use other classes, the blink usually blinks about 10 meters. It's pretty far, and because I've used blink before, I know that when he's up in the air at his highest point, he can't really shoot. He usually shoots, almost when he's hitting the ground. So it was best for me to be up in the air and get out of the way, and then I can kind of keep track of him, which is why I was able to kill him. And he kind of loses track a little bit, so he's got to re-engage and find me, and I'm up in the air while he's coming down, and he's got to look upwards. So I hope that made sense. It's just playing different abilities and playing different classes helps you out because you know what they can do, and that's part of knowing. You see this guy, he came around the corner, and so I'm going to be waiting for him when he comes around the corner, but my teammate took care of it, and otherwise he would have came around the corner and he would have been matched with my gun. I heard the super on this again, so as soon as that super took off, the best thing for me to do is back up, because I got to do a lot of damage to him, and he's going to kill me really fast if I have super up close. So I back off, and I can do more damage by hitting him more times before he can get to me. And I hope this helps you out. Put a like for me, it helps me, and I hope this helped. Thank you so much. Bye.